New challenger, Devil Jin.
Among the Mishima family, Devil Jin can be considered the most well-rounded of the cast. He may not be as hard-hitting as Heihachi, but he has better lows. And he may not have as good punishment as Kazuya, but he has a much more lenient execution curve while having better tools. He is arguably the best character in the game in Season 1, and despite some Season 2 nerfs, he will likely keep his throne. This guide is for players who want to pick up the character by learning his fundamentals, and probably isn't as in-depth as a full character guide that the Blasted Salami makes, but regardless, in this guide I will be talking about his punishment, his key moves, game plan, and combos, all of which are timestamped in the description below. We begin with his punishes. At 10 frames, he has 112, 122, and 22. 112 is a classic Mishima jab string that's high-mid and knocks down on normal hit. The first two hits, 1-1, jail, meaning the opponent cannot duck between the second hit. The last hit is hit confirmable even to maximum delay, and being a mid, it will catch ducking opponents. However, use this with caution outside of block punishment, as the last hit is -17, meaning it can be launch punished by the majority of the roster. "122" is a triple high string that offers slightly more damage but doesn't knock down. Alternatively, it gives you +4 frames on hit, meaning you get an opportunity for a mix-up. It is, however, much safer than 112 at -12 frames instead of -17, so it's much safer to throw outside of punishment. 22 offers the most damage out of the three 10-frame punishes, but it's unsafe at -13 on block, and leaves Devil Jin at a frame disadvantage even on hit and counter hit at -2. This move is often used as a good Okizeme combo ender, or as a punish if you really need that extra damage. At 12 frames, he has his back 1-2, a high damage, high mid string that knocks down on regular hit and wall splats. The second hit can also be cancelled by tapping back if you choose not to commit the entire string. But if you do, this move is fairly punishable on block at -14, so use it sparingly to keep opponents off guard outside of punishment situations. At 14 frames, he has his down forward 4-4. This isn't a particularly good move, as down forward 4 by itself gives very little frame advantage while just being barely safe on block at -9. The full string leaves Devil Jin at negative frames even on hit, and does less damage than back 1-2, and is even launch punishable on block. However, it does set itself apart from back 1-2 in that it is a mid, meaning certain moves that recover in crouch cannot be punished by back 1-2 due to back 1 being a high, and thus can instead be punished by down forward 4-4, but used sparingly, as because it's launch punishable, this isn't a particularly good move to throw out. Devil Jin being a Mishima, he gains access to the Electric Wind God Fist, or EWGF, a fast, 14-frame launcher that leads to big damage, fairly decent wall carry, and is even +5 on block, with amazing pushback. This means that at the wall, this move is an incredible pressure tool, as if it's inputted correctly, a follow-up EWGF is uninterruptible. Keep in mind that you won't likely be using this to launch -14 or even -15 moves due to the executional demands of the EWGF. However, Devil Jin isn't as reliant on the EWGF to launch punish as his other two family members, reason being that unlike them, he has a 15-frame easy launcher, and thus, it is recommended you use this to punish moves that are -16 or above. This is still one of the best tools in his arsenal, being an amazing whiff punisher, and does provide him with his highest combo damage, as well as being an extremely good Okizeme combo ender. It is also extremely hard to whiff punish due to its amazing recovery speed. If you have difficulties performing this move, please watch the main man Sui's EWGF guide, where he goes in depth about the execution of this move. Beware, however, as despite this move being amazing and one of the best moves in the game, it is a high, meaning it can be ducked, and can also be stepped to the left. Though, due to the Season 2 buff with the tracking on EWGFs, this is extremely hard to do now, but it is still possible. Devil Jin, unlike his father or grandfather, has an easy 15 frame launcher in his can down 3+4. This move is fantastic to launch punish moves if you don't have the execution to pull off an EWGF. Of course, the EWGF is much more rewarding. The combo damage is lower than an EWGF combo, and when blocked is actually launch punishable. It also has relatively weak range on the first hit, and at close range, despite looking pretty hard to sidestep, it can still be completely evaded by a sidewalk left, Devil Jin's general weak side. So use this move only in guaranteed punishment situations, and try not to use it outside of that. For his while standing punishment, he has his tsunami kicks at 11 frames, which looks very similar to his down forward 4-4, but isn't quite the same. While standing 4 by itself is much less negative than down forward 4 on block, being only around -2 as opposed to -9, and on hit gives much more frame advantage at +8 instead of +2, giving you an uninterruptible and unsteppable back 4. This makes it a great mid poke, even outside of punishment situations. Its extension, while standing 4-4, gives much more damage, making it one of the highest damage 11 frame while standing punishes. However, it leaves Devil Jin at negative frames even on hit, and is launch punishable on block, so reserve the full extension for guaranteed punishment situations. Devil Jin has one of the better 13 frame while standing punishes that aren't launchers. He has while standing 1-2 and while standing 1-4. While standing 1-4 is generally the preferred punish as it does more damage, knocks the opponent down, and even wall splats. However, outside of guaranteed punishment, the second hit of while standing 1-4 is a high, meaning it can be ducked and launch punished, which is where while standing 1-1 comes in to mix up your opponents should they attempt to duck the second hit. While standing 1-4 will also screw a mid-air opponent, however this is rarely used due to while standing 1-4 not being a move that's often thrown out. While standing 2 is Devil Jin's 15 frame while standing launcher. It hits mid, but its range is fairly average, if not slightly below, and its combo potential is limited due to it being an immediate screw move. It is also slightly unsafe at -12 on block, which is pretty standard for a 15 frame launcher, so just be sure not to throw it out in the open. However, this move does track very well to sidestep left, meaning if you notice your opponent stepping to the left very often, as that is Devil Jin's general weak side, you can use this move to catch them off guard, as this move is nearly impossible to sidestep. Beware though, as it can still be beaten out by a full sidewalk right instead. Easily the most defining trait of Devil Jin in Tekken 7 is his Hell Sweep. It is an unseeable low that launches, giving a full combo, unlike most other Hell Sweeps. Despite not having big combo damage, it still provides amazing wall carry and positioning for Okizeme. In Season 2, however, this move has been nerfed, fairly dramatically, in that it now only guarantees a combo on clean hit, meaning if you hit the Hell Sweep shallow, you only get a guaranteed dash up back 4, or crouch dash 3 should they not decide to tech roll. Be sure to observe at what range the Hell Sweep will hit at, and if you don't think it'll hit deep enough for a full combo, you can simply finish the string with crouch dash 4-4, as they have recently buffed the damage of that to compensate for the Hell Sweep nerf. The full extension when done at the wall also guarantees a back 4 for extra damage. Beware not to get too predictable with this move however, as on block it is launch punishable by pretty much the entire roster, and can also be avoided by a sidewalk to the left. Up forward 4 is one of Devil Jin's most important moves. It is a fast, low crushing mid that on hit guarantees a dash up back 4 and on block is just barely safe at -9. You normally will be using this move to mix up alongside his Hell Sweep to discourage opponents from ducking. If the wall is to Devil Jin's left side, you can also get a full combo by picking up the opponent with 1+4, similar to his Hell Sweep combo. Beware however, as this move is extremely linear and can be avoided by a simple sidestep to either direction. Down forward 2 and back 4 are Devil Jin's main counter hit fishing tools. Down forward 2 is a safe mid that on hit doesn't do anything other than offer a bit of frame advantage, but on counter hit leads to a full combo. This is a great move, even just to throw out or if you mess up an electric, as the risk to reward is extremely low, and even on whiff this move is hard to punish due to it recovering quite quickly. Back 4 is a mid kick that is slightly slower than down forward 2, but does more damage, offers more frame advantage on hit at +6 and even hits grounded opponents. On counter hit, this gives a full combo, making this one of Devil Jin's best moves to throw out due to its range and speed. This move also surprisingly tracks well to both sides, though it can still be avoided by a full sidewalk left. Back forward 2-1 is Devil Jin's Laser Scraper. It is his best homing move that will track steppers to either direction. Use this at close range to discourage opponents from stepping Devil Jin. It deals good damage, and even has a third hit, back forward 2-1-2, that isn't a natural combo, but is good to dissuade opponents from punishing the second hit as it is -10. The last hit, however, is safe, and even knocks down on regular hit and wall splats next to a wall. Beware though, as the last hit can be stepped to the right. Devil Jin has a decent generic down forward 1. It's fast at 13 frames and can be used to poke the opponents safely. On block, this is -3, so any follow-ups will lose to jabs and most magic 4s. However, you can still comfortably sidestep afterwards, and there is a second hit to the string. However, it isn't a natural combo, gives less frame advantage on hit, and is more negative on block. Thus, this should only be used occasionally to discourage your opponents from challenging you after blocking your down forward 1. Down 3 is one of Devil Jin's best lows. It's fast, deals good damage, and isn't that unsafe at -12. However, it doesn't have any high crush properties and leaves Devil Jin at neutral, giving him only plus frames on counter hit. This is a good low to use when you don't want to play too unsafe with the Hell Sweep. Up 4 is his Lightning Screw. This is Devil Jin's best panic move, and arguably one of the best panic moves in general. It is a mid that crushes both highs and lows during its animation, and leads to a full combo if you decide to commit to the fly stance afterwards on hit. Beware though, as it is extremely negative on block. Even if you fly up, you can still be punished for a float combo. Forward 1+2 is Devil Jin's wall bounce move. This is a double mid string that on hit leads to massive damage if the wall bounce connects. However, this move has poor range on the first hit, and is also unsafe at -12, meaning it isn't exactly a great move to throw out in the open. However, if you do, you can almost guarantee that half of your opponent's life bar will be gone. Lastly, we have his Rage Drive. Devil Jin has one of the worst rage drives in the game, as it is one of the few that's negative on block, and the combo damage it deals is fairly disappointing compared to others. However, it is still an unseeable low launcher, and isn't as launch punishable as the regular Hell Sweep. Being -14, it can still be launch punished by certain characters like Brian's Jet Upper, which basically guarantees a round loss if he blocks it. Devil Jin has a really simple but solid game plan. Due to the strength of his Hell Sweep, many new players are inclined to duck against Devil Jin, thus powering up his mids like up forward 4. So be sure to constantly mix up your opponent by using the Hell Sweep sparingly, as it is after all launch punishable. Due to Devil Jin being mainly weak to sidestep left, make sure you keep your opponents in check by doing Laser Scraper and the occasional while standing 2s to throw them off guard. Although he isn't as reliant on the EWGF as Kazuya or Heihachi, it is ultimately still one of his best moves and his best launcher, so be sure to use it as an amazing pressure tool. Off of an EWGF, do an immediate forward 4 to initiate the screw. Do a dash, then hit 3-1 to get a forward 3-1 by using your dash as your forward input. Then do another forward to cancel the string, and you can see Devil Jin cancelling it by spinning around. Do a 2 jab, then into forward 3+4. For better Okizeme and one more point of damage, you can also end the combo with back 2-3. Do note that if you hold your dash too long, you will end up getting a running 3 instead of a forward 3. Off of a counter hit down forward 2 and back 4, and also his Rage Drive, do a down forward 2, then a 2 jab, then back 2-3 to screw. Then dash up by doing a forward input, then neutral, then a 2 jab before ending with forward 3+4. The reason you have to use the forward 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 input rather than a regular forward forward dash is because Devil Jin has a forward forward 2, as well as a forward forward neutral 2, which means you cannot get a 2 jab unless you use this method. Alternatively, you can omit the 2 jab and just do forward 3+4. However, this does less damage and doesn't carry the opponent as high up on the wall. Off of his Hell Sweep and Crouch Dash 3, do a 1+4 to pick up the opponent, then a 2 jab, then back to 3 to screw. Then do the same ender as before with a forward 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 into a 2 jab into a forward 3+4. On the Forgotten Realm stage, his Hell Sweep is much stronger, as doing both hits of the Hell Sweep floor break, after which do an immediate up forward 2 to screw, then do a forward forward 3-1, forward forward to cancel, 2, forward 3+4, similar to the EWGF combo ender. If you do a Hell Sweep on the wall, you get a guaranteed back 4 into down 1, or just 2 back 4s. Off of his Can, do a back 2-3 to immediately screw the opponent, then do a forward forward 3-1, forward forward, 2 jab into forward 3+4. Off of a lightning screw, hold up to go into fly stance, then do fly 1 to initiate the screw, then do the exact same ender as before with forward forward 3-1, forward forward, 2, forward 3+4. Off of a while standing 2, he has multiple combos that lead to varying damage and wall carry. The best for damage after a while standing 2 is a dash into a Crouch Dash 1 hold up forward to go into Heaven's Gate. For better wall carry, dash up and do an Electric Wind God Fist, 1 dash 1 dash 1 dash 1 into a forward 3+4 ender. The difficulty in this combo is doing the dashes in between the 1 jabs, as it is extremely hard to time, especially online. For 1 point less damage but better Okizeme, do the exact same combo as before, but remove one of the jabs and use back 2-3 as your ender. For an easy combo, if you don't think you have the execution for these, just do the exact same ender as the EWGF combo with forward forward 3-1, forward forward, 2, forward 3+4. This does low damage, but is the best option for those with lower execution. If you have difficulty doing a dash into a crouch dash, please watch Aris's video on the topic where he explains how to link a forward dash into a crouch dash. For wall combos, if you just got a fresh wall splat, do a Crouch Dash 1, then hold up forward to go into Heaven's Gate. His easiest and lowest damage wall combo is a 1-2 jab into a back 4. This is the most consistent one to use if you've just done a full wall carry combo, and if you are extremely far from the wall, just omit the 1-2 jab in favor of just doing the back 4. His other wall combo is doing the full string of Laser Scraper. Make sure to delay the 3rd hit for maximum damage, and lastly, you can also use down forward 1-2 for minimal damage, but Okizeme for a mix-up. For wall bounce combos, if you're directly at the wall when it connects, do a 2 jab, then do your wall combo of choice. If you're about a backdash or 2 away from the wall, you can do a can to refloat them back to the wall, then do your wall combo of choice. But if you're far from the wall when the wall bounce connects, do a forward forward 4 to screw the opponent, then do Laser Scraper as your wall combo. Thank you for watching this video guide on Devil Jin. If this has been helpful in helping you pick up the character, please do leave a like or comment. I will hopefully be doing a similar guide for Kazumi soon, but it will take a while as I'm only one person and I'm extremely busy as well. But in any case, I hope this has been helpful for anyone looking to pick up the character or at least knowing more about him. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.